Welcome to the Love to Live Healthy Show. I'm Josephine Fitzpatrick, author of Cheat Day Rules and my new book, Shed the Pounds, Navigating Weight Loss Through Perimenopause and Menopause, available on Amazon or right through our publisher, bookbaby.com. I'm a weight loss nutrition specialist for over 15 years, and I work with thousands of clients all over the world. I own Innovation Healthy Market at 8025 Jericho Turnpike, Woodbury, New York, where for the last 12 years we sell hundreds of prepared meals and snacks. We are open to the public 7 days a week. You do not have to be a client to shop in our store. We have customers from all over Long Island visit our store every day, and we ship tri-state. We also offer free Long Island delivery every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we hand deliver to New York City every Tuesday. We are on Uber Eats 7 days a week. So if you are looking to lose weight or just eat healthy, come and visit our store. Everything is made fresh daily, and we carry everything from high protein, low carb, gluten-free, sugar-free, plant-based, vegan, keto, and our famous detox. Someone is always available to help you at the store. They will hold your hand to help you get what you need, so please don't hesitate to ask when you walk in. For more information on our store, delivery, shopping, and weight loss, visit our website, innovationhealthymarket.com, or check out our Instagram at Innovation Weight Loss. Today I'm here with Jake Fitzpatrick. Good morning, Jake.
Good morning.
And today's episode is Reset and Recharge, Habits to Start Fresh Every Monday. Well, there's a lot you can do on a Monday to feel good.
Yeah, there's a lot you can do on the weekend to make your Monday terrible, too.
That's very true.
Yeah. But no, it's definitely a good topic that I think a lot of people need to talk about, too, because everybody, again, like Monday has like such a stigma around it, like, you know, like the Monday vibes, but like,
true.
You know, it's all about how you plan and prepare. So you can even make like a different day of the week your Monday if you want to. Like if you want Monday to be your actual rest day, you can choose Monday as your rest day too.
That's a great idea. I
never
never thought of that.
Because I always used to do that with my workout program. Like I put leg day on Monday.
Okay.
Because it's like
the hardest day.
Monday usually is your hardest day. So if I get all the hard things out of the way, kind of makes it like, you know, instead of putting like my favorite, you know, muscle workout on Monday, kind of like, oh, you know, it gives you something to look forward to, but then you're kind of giving in to Monday being like bad already. So why not kind of just make it like a challenge each week? Like
I love that.
As soon as Monday's done, then the rest of your week is perfect.
Yeah. So after a great weekend that you could have went really well or really bad, you know Monday is going to be your challenge day, and from the rest of the week it's lighter as you go.
Yeah, because sometimes I feel like Monday is terrible because you go into it just not prepared.
Yeah.
Whereas if you prepare ahead for it and put all your challenging things on one day, like a Monday, it makes it more of like, okay, I need to be ready for tomorrow.
Right.
So then you kind of can avoid some of the Monday challenges that usually come, because everybody that has a bad Monday usually sets themselves up for it, or, you know,
the rest of the week is bad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this isn't like, you know, if you get like a fender bender on a Monday because Monday traffic is terrible, like, you know, it's more so like, okay, I drank all weekend and I ate all weekend, and then, you know, it's more of your own doing.
Right.
Exactly.
I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I think that it's a great thought, because like a lot of people dread Mondays because it's back to work, back to being on program, back to, you know, the kids' schedules. But at the same time, I feel like, where would we be without Mondays? You know, because it really does put you back on. And if we lived every day like it was a weekend, forget it.
Yeah.
Well, half of people would be dead. And then, you know, the other half would just be so severely like in just overweight or just in a bad mental place, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And
so,
yeah, I always like to think too, like, you know, the way I always think about it is, you know, and you always tell me as well, like if you don't rest, your body will quit on you. So
100%.
Again, if you don't take the weekend to properly recharge and rest, like you say, you know, for the week, your body's going to quit on you.
Right.
And then by the time Monday comes, you can be motivated as motivated as you want to be. But if you don't do the right things for your body, it's like your mind might show up for Monday, but your body is still sleeping.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, true.
Like you can talk yourself up, and I always talk myself up too. Like, oh, I'm gonna have a great day tomorrow. Like, I'm gonna have a great day. I'm gonna do everything
back
right.
on track.
And then I wake up and I'm like, I don't. You know?
But you do.
Exactly. But
you
I do.
push yourself anyway. Well, that's what I was going to say too. As much as we need Mondays, we need weekends, because if we didn't have weekends where we did take a step back and relax and stop all that pressure, we'd, you know, be a bunch of balls of anxiety walking around, which we already are, but
Yeah.
So like that's why I say like I think every day is a key thing. But does it have to be a Monday? No. I thought that's what you were leading to in the beginning because you don't know people's schedules. Some people could work and be off on their weekend could be a Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah.
So really you have to go, of course, first by your own schedule.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people are off on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's just some people have like 3-day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have every other workday schedule. A lot of nurses are 3 days on, 3 days off.
Yeah.
So your week can fall anywhere in there.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
So really, I mean, again, do you think that kind of makes people think like, oh, like I had 3 days off and it was Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off. Wednesday is kind of like your Monday. Or do you think it plays a little aspect as well as like knowing everybody else has the weekend, so you don't really think about it more?
Well, I don't know because it really depends on, like you said, if you are a nurse or you're working like 14-hour days,
Mm-hmm.
you're not doing much on the weekend.
Yeah.
Even if it is your weekend
Yeah.
and you're working,
Yeah.
it's really, you can only be capable so much. They're not going out drinking, hopefully,
Yeah.
and then taking a patient the next
Yeah,
day.
exactly.
But my point is, what I thought, again, you were just going to say was because I was like reading into what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
If you do have that type of schedule and say you have 3 days in a row, that doesn't mean your weekend's 3 days every week, because that's
True.
another thing that'll get you into a bad situation.
True.
You still got to keep it those 2 days.
Yeah. Yeah. Almost try to, it's funny now that we're talking about it, I'm thinking like of how to like kind of like encompass the idea. It's like try to treat your weekends almost like your weekdays as well. Like during the weekdays, like you wouldn't go out, like for some reason, if it's like a Tuesday night, you think somebody's crazy for like going out to the bar or something. Everybody got to wake up from work in the morning, So almost try to like adopt your lifestyles that you don't like, 5 o'clock on Friday hits, don't snap out of it and like immediately just turn into a different person.
Exactly. Which so many people
try to
do,
adopt the same lifestyle.
And it lasts until like Monday morning.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's really, that's a good point, because that's why we say, like, when you're doing even your cheat, like try to keep even if you go out, but try to keep them a little bit on the healthier side, and then just have your one like crazy night of like cheating, whether it's food, alcohol, whatever you're doing that makes you happy.
Yeah, you don't have to go out in order to cheat. You can stay home.
Yeah.
You can order in. You can do whatever you want. You can
Doesn't
cook a
matter.
meal.
Everyone's different. And you could go out all weekend and still not have an all weekend free for all,
Yeah.
Which I know people like to go out on the weekend. That's great.
Yeah. But on top of it too, it's like, it's funny. You always kind of teach me like these indirect lessons, because you always tell me something in like a mom tone, like, no, you deserve it, like you look great, you're perfect, like rest, like you've been working so hard. And in my head I think like if I accept what she's giving me, I'll literally, like, I'm telling you, like, okay, I'm tired and I'm weak, like that's how I translate it. So like even though you're giving me full leeway even though you're giving me full leeway to take off, and like telling me like, like you're giving me the reassurance that like nobody gives me, like, because it's really just me talking to myself like, oh, I should go to the gym again. Like I'm really tired, but I should push through. Like as soon as you give me like that gateway of like, oh, it's okay, I'm like, I don't know, this is a test. Like this is like the world telling me like, don't do it. Like, but it's weird though, because like
you put so much thought into that.
And then like the thing that I realized though is that rest is a part of it, because like you don't need to prove anything to anybody by burning yourself out.
Right.
Because
exactly.
the only person
that's
going to pay for it is you. So if anything, you're going to impede on your progress starting Monday again.
Right.
So that's kind of the way I'm trying to think about it now, is like, who am I trying to prove anything to besides myself? If I burn myself out, do I get a medal for it? No.
No.
Like,
I'm just gonna feel
that's the
worse. Yeah, exactly.
I don't
that's
know if
true.
that makes sense.
And no, it does. And honestly, I just had one of the clients in my office, and she's going back to college, and I said to her, listen, I want you to stay on program. You did great. You lost weight. This, since you've been back and you've been with me, and you look amazing, and now you're going to go back to school. Don't put the weight back on, but also have fun.
Yeah.
And that's a balance.
Yeah.
That's something you learn. But you know what? You don't expect it to learn the first year, but by the second year, because you saw how hard it was to get that weight off. And now you have it off. You look great. So go back enjoy, have your moments when you're, whatever you're doing, whether you're drinking, whatever, but also find that balance, because you need both, And I always say, like, if you can keep it together Monday through Friday and do really great and just have a flexible weekend, you're always going to do so much better.
Exactly.
Yeah. And a lot of times too, which is something I told her, sometimes just knowing it's okay. Like I said to her, like, if you drink, which so many kids in college do, it's okay. Just don't eat more. Like, a lot of times what happens with anyone, any age, you drink, you eat more, because it makes you, brings your inhibitions down. So if you cannot do that, and you can actually just stick to your program, and if you have a couple of drinks, you're fine, and not overeat, and okay, I stayed on program. I'm still good. Sometimes that makes it easier to stay on. But if you put yourself in that mindset, like, oh my gosh, I had a couple of drinks and now I'm off, now your whole week is off, because you've already told yourself you're off.
Interesting.
So how you talk to yourself, even when you have these little conversations with yourself about what might tell you, like, if you keep it in the positive of just saying, like, okay, I could take off and I would be fine and I'm still doing great.
Yeah.
But if you're thinking, can I go to the gym, then odds are you can go to the gym. Like, I do the same thing all the time when I'm going to run. Yeah. I'm always like, should I go for a run? And then I'm like, well, if I'm saying it, obviously I can.
Well, you do something different, though, where you actually, like, if you're in severe pain, you almost justify it as, like, it'll help you feel better. Because, like, everyone's telling you need to rest your body. But you're like, no, maybe the movement will help. And I'm like, no, it's not.
Well, sometimes it does, actually. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, because you're just you're numbing the pain. You're going to be in more afterwards. But, no, that's interesting, though, like what you're talking about with, like, the
keeping your mindset
weird.
Like you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, but also too, like when you said, like still have fun, but people, kind of, I don't know whether or not it's people getting it mixed up, people, getting carried away, but like, it's weird to think like, okay, you have it's weird because if you have a designated day for cheating, it's normal. It's like a cheat day.
Right.
But if you have a designated day for like drinking, I feel like you're almost kind of looked at as like weird, like, wow, you actually have discipline. That's weird. Like,
yeah,
it's
true.
But like
Absolutely.
The thing is,
most people can't do that though.
Well,
too.
It's not weird because if I choose not to drink Monday through Saturday or Monday through Friday and then Sunday, but Saturday is my one night of the week to go out and have some drinks.
Right.
Like, for one thing, you're probably going to enjoy it more because you're not on the bender still.
Right.
2, it's already your cheat day, so you can eat food and not have to worry about your decisions to drink your drink.
Right.
And then 3, like, if you have people sitting across from you and Thursday they went out, Friday they went out, Saturday they went out, like, you could probably look at them and probably think, like, I could tell, like, and they're probably looking at you and saying, wow, you look so great.
Yeah.
Like,
very good point.
You always want to, like, always try to think of yourself as almost like making a special appearance when you go out. Like, you don't want to be known as that regular.
Right.
You want to be known as like, oh, wow, I haven't seen you all week. You look great, Kind of like put yourself in that stardom 100%, a little bit, like that stardom mentality.
Yeah.
Like,
I love that.
You never want to be the guy that everyone knows at the bar.
Right.
You want to be the guy that shows up and everybody's like, wow, you look great.
That's awesome. I love that.
Never be a regular.
Never be a regular in anything in your life.
That's my quote for the day.
So let's talk about some things. How can we reset and recharge for Mondays? Well, one, I think, is the most important.
The detox is great.
That's a great one. It's so true. Everyone uses it. And it really does reset and recharge you.
It's such a normal, like, it's so funny because in the beginning, the reason why I laugh when I say that is because it's like everybody always used to, it was such a hard thing for people to wrap their head around. Like,
I know, and now they live on.
And now
they love
everybody,
yeah, they look
like,
forward
once
to
you
it.
do it,
they feel so good when they do it.
Everyone loves it. Everyone buys in. Everyone's bought into the
That's because of the results.
Idea, and it's the results. But it's just like now we talk about like what's a great way to recharge, and it's like, well, plan a detox.
Yeah,
day.
Plan a
detox week.
You start, which so many people do. Listen, that's the truth of it. It's the biggest day for detox is on a Monday. They start. They do it Monday through Friday. They get themselves back to their number. It's a great summer thing too because you're not overeating. You don't feel, but you still feel content.
Yep.
And you're back to your numbers by the weekend. You're partying again.
Yep.
That's my healthy
Yep.
promotion.
Yep.
But okay, other things.
Well, I want to throw in something actually, if it's okay. It's funny how we are talking about the positive things that can help you recharge and rest for the week. You know, there's a lot of negative things that people do that actually think that, you know, they're doing the right thing, like, you know, shots and stuff.
Oh, yeah, like Ozempic? It's not a secret.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I didn't want to bring it up, but I'm saying, like...
You have to kind of today because it's like, it's so out there. Like,
well,
it's
I was thinking about
it
while you were talking, and you were talking about very important things like, enjoy your weekend, do your drinking, get your cheats
food
in,
or
your
whatever.
food, your
People
drinks,
like ice
your
cream,
whatever,
froyo,
whatever does it for you, you do it. And by the end of the weekend, you'll probably think to yourself, wow, like I can't wait to feel better this week. You have the ability that people that are on Ozempic don't have.
Right.
And I think I touched on this last time, but I'm saying you have the ability that people that are on Ozempic don't have, whereas your body actually is responding to everything that you're doing. So when you're eating clean throughout the week and you're detoxing, you will immediately feel lighter. Even if your weight doesn't go down.
Not to mention that how healthy.
You will immediately feel lighter. But even like with the shots and everything, there's things that are going on in the body that people probably don't even realize.
Oh, so many.
So I'm saying take the actions that give you immediate feedback. Like eating less, doing the detox, having the muffin, having the drink. You will immediately feel lighter. Whereas people that are not doing, in my opinion, the smartest things, having these shots and everything, doing Ozempic, even if you go out and have your quote-unquote cheat day, the rest of the week you're going to feel the exact same. Because there's nothing you can
I think
really,
it's such a status thing now of people doing it, but I will tell you, I don't think people are really, I think so many people are living for today that they're not really looking at the long term. Like, I don't know, like, look at, like, I think of these things like when I'm driving to work and I'm like, I'm so excited. Like, we had Cooper all day yesterday. I'm going to have another grandchild. The thought of doing something intentionally that I didn't know if it was going to hurt me for my future, right there.
Yeah.
It's never happening.
No way.
Because there's not enough. I don't care what anyone says. And listen, people don't look into things. They're just taking their doctor's, approval for it.
Yep.
This stuff has not been around. Zepbound, which is one GLP-1, has only been out there since 2023. It's only a couple of years.
Wow.
And I'm sure they're going to say, they studied it so much more. But still, when it's in humans, it's only been since 2023.
Yeah.
Then you have Ozempic's 2020, Wegovy 2020. It's not that long.
Yeah.
I think one was 2017, but still, it's not that long to see what long-term results are going to be for people.
Yeah.
So when people, someone said to me the other day, no, my doctor said it's been out for years. I go, yeah, if he's considering 3 years.
Yeah, and if you're also considering the trial runs where they failed a bunch of times.
Well, that's in mice though.
Mice.
They do it in mice, really. That's how they know about the thyroid.
No, I
and
totally
that's how,
know.
So some mouse obviously, unfortunately, got thyroid cancer.
Yeah.
So they said, okay, people can't do it if you have thyroid, the nodular thyroid. Don't quote me on that. I don't know the exact thyroid that you can't do it with. I do, but I can't think of it 100%, so I don't want to say it. But it's one of the thyroid cancers that you're not supposed to do it with. But that's only because, probably 10 mice died.
Yeah. And one got mad, so he stopped eating. And then they were like, oh, it stops eating. Yeah. I'm like,
that's so funny.
That's all.
But the truth of the matter is, when we talk about it, yes, it's there's so many negative things. I wish people would look at the long term for it. But we're going to go back to what you can do positively to have your week.
Now that you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's look at the positive sides.
We can't get through an episode without talking about that.
So you can set yourself up for a maintenance day after your cheat day. So for instance, myself, I do my cheat day on Saturday. Sunday is kind of like my, repent for my sins and maintenance for the week.
Yeah, that's like your maintenance day.
I think about what I ate the day before. I don't punish myself because obviously you deserve it. I don't punish myself, but I also just do a little bit of clean eating, pick here, little pick, have a great healthy meal for dinner, kind of set myself up for Monday morning so that I know, Sunday, you didn't cheat and you don't wake up super bloated the next
Exactly.
day, you know? So you can do a little bit of maintenance on the weekend, set yourself up for the week.
I was going to say, really plan your week with a purpose. Like, what do you want to get out of it that week? Do you want to just maybe just be in control that week?
Yep.
Do you want to lose weight that week? You know, plan it. Know what you want from the week. Don't wing it. Don't just be like, okay, I'm going to be good this week. That does nothing. You're going to wake up and your first temptation, you're going to go for it. So really plan it with a purpose, because that's going to make all the difference. Know what you want by the end of the week. It could be as simple as just being the number that you were the week before, you know, maintain that week. Whatever it is, you know, I have clients that I tell them all the time, listen, your first couple of weeks, just get your food under control. Yeah. Don't even worry about the weight. We got to get you to eat less and be comfortable with that, and the weight loss will follow. So know what you want out of the week, and your Monday you should wake up knowing what you want.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
This is a good one, actually. While you were talking, that just made me think of it. This is just mainly because I feel like it would help a lot of people that are on program, whether they're new or old or, you know, like, constantly returning. It would help people to know, I think. Have you ever had a client that made just straight progress, lost every week, and never gained anything back?
Yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, never mind.
I have a lot, actually, and they're usually like always texting, you know.
Well, I'm saying like they never even like after a cheat day, like they just never went out.
Well, so this is
because
a big
like
thing.
when it's kind of reassuring
I do
for a lot of
have
people
people who
like,
actually follow 1,000%. When I tell them don't weigh after a cheat day, because of course your number is going to be up. It has to be up.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Like
so if
when
they
you
do
said
it the
before,
right way,
you know, like it's okay if you're a weight this week, then you know, I mean, like, you know, you follow your weight. And then you cheat, and then you're back to the same weight. Like, that's a good thing.
So, yeah.
But
so
I'm saying,
you
like,
should
to make
never
them
weigh,
feel better, have you ever had anybody that hasn't gained a little bit? You know,
hasn't gained? Well,
I'm saying, like, after a cheat day, your number goes up.
Okay, your number always goes up. But I have people who actually, when I say follow, like, they don't weigh themselves until to get your weight loss every week, you should weigh the morning of your cheat. Because that's going to be after a full week of being on program, and it's before you cheat. So if you stick to that and only weigh the morning of your cheat, your goal should be that it's lower every week from the week before. Because yes, it's always going to go up after your cheat. But say you're 140, you cheat. You're 143 that Monday because you cheated Sunday. Okay, now you go through the whole week. Now you're 139 or 138 the week after. When you cheat again, you won't be 143. See, your new high will be lower, and you'll be like 140. So now after your cheat, you'll be lower. You're still higher than your 138 that you weighed in at, but you're lower than the day after your cheat the week before.
It's interesting.
So that's a new high, new low.
Instead of tracking your lows, which is like what you're at when you weigh in, you should almost track what you are after your cheat day.
You could, but some people have really bad cheat days.
No,
some
but
weeks,
then that would kind of be like a nice safety net for yourself, saying like, "Oh, I'm not really this. I know I'm lower."
Exactly. Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's 100% true. You know, that's why I call it fake weight, because it's after your cheat. As long as you go back on program, it's going to go lower. Yeah. But it does also give you an indication of how well or not so well you did. I don't want to say bad, but on your cheat. Like some people sometimes will go a little too crazy. Yeah. They feel it and they're like, I really went up. I went up 5 pounds.
Well, it's kind of funny because I was actually going to talk about this with you. Like it was just a random thing I want to talk to you about. But that's like, it's kind of like fighters with fight weeks and like fight camps. You know, like when a fighter is like training in a fight camp, you're trying so hard and you're so carb depleted. You're so even water retention, like you're so water depleted just to get down to your fight weight that you have to weigh in at the scale. As soon as you weigh in, you're cleared to fight. But people don't know. Those guys go home and they eat everything in sight. After they eat everything in sight, they are not fighting each other at the weight that they weighed in at.
Wow, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Like there's a guy who I love, and he fights at light heavyweight, so it's 205 pounds. Fight day, he weighed in at 205 pounds. That night when he showed up, he was 227 pounds.
Wow. Do they weigh them again?
No.
Oh,
no,
wow.
because you cleared the fight.
Wow.
So I'm saying, like, what you're saying right now is like, when you weigh in the day of your cheat day, that's your weight that you got down to.
Exactly.
But that's not your walk-around weight,
Right, I got
That's not your walk-around weight, which is my point.
No, it
should
go down
during the week.
These guys are,
weighing down to 205. But that was really hard for them to get there. And it's almost not livable is my point. It's like you got to be comfortable in your walk around weight.
Yeah. But when you're trying to lose weight, your walk around weight should be lower every week.
Of course. Yeah. But like after a week of doing the plan, you know, that's your walk around weight. You know what I mean? That's
where your weigh in number. It's just that that's what I think you're getting to. And what's a great point out of that is when you have your cheat that night, don't eat everything in sight. Because then you will not be that weight. But what I do think is such a great thought is, and this has happened in the past, when people maintain every week and they're like, I don't know what's going on. I'm doing the program 100% a week. I always go back to, okay, let's weigh after your cheat. And most of the time they're up like 7 pounds.
Wow.
Because they were doing so, you can't lose that much. They were lucky they were losing their cheat day weight. They were maintaining. So the idea really is it's supposed to be a controlled cheat where you have what you didn't have all week, but you're not supposed to eat everything in sight, gain 7 to 10 pounds, and then expect to lose that every week. And if you do, that's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to maintain because you're not going to lose more than that.
Wow.
So if you are struggling and you're listening to this, think about your cheat and make sure you're not overdoing it because that's going to make all the difference in your weight each week.
Wow.
We're just going to go really quickly to a few more that you can do. I think it's really important is to clean the space that you live in, that you work out of, because the more organized you feel, the better you're going to do with staying on your program.
Absolutely.
I find that to be such a big deal.
It's like people. Surround yourself with like-minded individuals to do better in life. Surround your apartment or your house with all healthy things.
Right.
AKA better people because they'll get you to a place that you want to be.
Yeah, motivate you. Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
Move your body.
Yep.
Always. So important. You want to know what exercises you're doing that week. Know it on Monday.
Even on your cheat day, if you're ordering DoorDash from somewhere, just get in the car and drive there.
Right.
At least you moved.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And you saved money.
Yeah.
Speak kindly to yourself always, which is the mindset. We all need that. And always hydrate because when you are thirsty, you are hungry. They go hand in hand. So make sure you're hydrating, especially in the warmer weathers. Actually, I shouldn't even say that because a lot of times in the colder weather, we forget to hydrate because we're so cold.
True.
So very important. Wow. But I think that's it. I think we're at the end of our show. We hope you learned a lot today.
Great. I know I did. I did. Honestly, I learned something new every show. But thank you all for listening. And just remember, if you have any topics or any questions that you want us to focus on for any of our podcasts, you can always DM us at our Instagram page. And also, please remember to stop in at Innovation at 8025 Jericho Turnpike, Woodbury, New York, or visit our website, innovationhealthymarket.com, or you can call us at 516-802-5055. We're open 7 days a week, and we're always there to help you with your shopping, orders, weight loss needs. When you come in, ask for me, Jake. I'll be happy to show you around the store, or if you are looking for a one-on-one plan, I can make your first free consultation appointment with Josephine.
Have a great day, everyone.